Hello guys, NautoAis here, and this will be actually a follow-up on EastAsiaSoft, one of the games that published, and that is Tokyo Clanpool. So in the past, I did talk about this game, a bit of a controversy. You can only play this game in two ways. One is an Asian version Switch, you have to order it in Play Asia, and spoiler, I bought it. I haven't played it yet, but I have it. Why? I don't know. It was just a heat on the moment. I want to support Idea Factory, and there you go. And the other way is GOG. However, as of right now, and I think people who worked at EastAsiaSoft at the time said that there were a lot of censorship, they had to remove a lot of content in order to be released. Well, that's not the case anymore, and I'll explain it later. But first of all, if you're wondering if Tokyo Clanpool will ever be in the Nintendo Switch eShop in the West, well, EastAsiaSoft just announced, and unfortunately, but to no surprise, that the game is canceled. So it was released in Asian territory in the eShop, but where's the US? Not anymore. And unfortunately, as of right now with Nintendo they are doing a regional regulation, which means that it's okay in one region, but it's not okay in another region. If it's okay in Japan, but it's not okay in America, it is what it is. Not all, let's just say, standards are created equally, because we've been following the controversy with Brown Dust 2. In the beginning, they were trying to make it worldwide. They're trying to put it on Steam, but they had a censorship. They had to censor it, and a lot of the fans were not happy. So the developer backtracked, and it was revealed that, unfortunately, in some country, the game's not even released. In the case in Germany, it's not even released. And there was even something about Vietnam, but it wasn't because of censorship, but it was some sort of a legal issue. But that's a different story there. So by the time this recording, EastAsiaSoft just announced that Tokyo Clanpool for the Switch is canceled. The only way to play this game is you gotta buy it on the EastAsiaSoft, Play Asia. It is an Asian version, but it will work on your Switch because they are region free. But if you want like an NTSC, it's not gonna happen. No eShop in the West. It is what it is. I mean, you could probably do a region trick, order from a different region. That might work, but it is what it is. So the follow-up here is that they announced that for the PC version, there will be, they call it an Uncut Edition. So finally everything that was cut when it first released, there will be an uncut version. So there's two ways you can get this. First of all, if you bought the GOG version, if you go to EastAsiaSoft, there is a link that takes them to download a patch, and they'll tell you how to do it. I can tell you it's not hard. Let's just say that I've been playing some quote-unquote, some wing-counted games, some Sakura visual novel. They're like not really real visual novel to some extent, because spoilers, if you don't know it, Wing Cloud is an American developer, and a lot of these games are made in America. But you say, wow, it's an anime. That's weird. Don't think about it. If you like the anime design, if you like the story, go for it. However, the Steam is the safe version. But if you go to Wing Clouded link, you can actually have a patch and make it uncensored. They'll tell you how to do it. Same goes with Mirror Skelter 2. There is a offsite patch. Just follow the direction, put it in, there you go. So yes, and also by the way, still not on Steam. Bullshit. Yeah, it's gonna shit, but it is what it is. The only way to play this, like I said, is GOG with a patch, or you can order the Uncut Edition on Play Asia Store. And yes, what you're looking at right now is the limited edition when it comes, and yes, it comes with the book, the game, and apparently they're only gonna manufacture 100, but the ticket poster, you can see why. Even the book itself, a lot of fan service, and you can see why they had to dump it up for a while. But I guess they say, you know what, people are not happy, there you go. Offsite patch, I have no problem with that. Or actually, an actual PC limited edition. Again, they say it's only 1,000 is going to be made. My thoughts about it is, great, props to EastAsiaSoft. They are willing to do an uncut version. Yes, there is still some compromise, because like I said, Nintendo, they're not doing it. Yes, this game was on the PlayStation Vita. Why wasn't released in the West? I think at some point, because Idea Factory at the time, even during the Vita, the games weren't selling to a point that they want a localized game on the Vita, and they want to move on to the PlayStation 4. It is what it is. And hopefully, maybe Idea Factory, PlayStation, whoever, please just port it on PlayStation console. I mean, if Nintendo of America is being prick about it, put it on PlayStation 4, since a lot of these games were in PlayStation Vita, just saying there. And hopefully the uncut version, but we'll just have to wait and see. Or maybe a director's DLC, they have to pay a bit more, but that's beside the point. But again, it's great. Finally, option is there. So people who want to play the safe version, you could do that. But if you want the whole shebang, the more content, which whether you like or not, uncensored means more content, just saying there. You can either buy the limited edition, 1,000 only being made. I think by the time it's recorded, you can pre-order them, or an off-site patch for GOG. That's it. So it is great, awesome. I might get it on GOG in the long run, but right now I got too many games. Maybe if the game goes to $20, because right now it does go on sale, but only up to $30. So I'm gonna have to hold it off. Like I said, I have the Asian version on the Switch, but unfortunately, there's not gonna be any update for that game. They're not going to do an uncut version no matter what. I mean, what you get is what you get. It is what it is there. But at least, kudos to PlayStationSoft. They are doing a option for people who wanted the uncut. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, like I said, in the long run, hopefully PlayStation version. And because, like I said, people behind it right now, maybe they are going 180, not so much, because I did mention this in a update video that the Saturn Tribute, Steam Heart, and Variable Geo, it is out in the PlayStation console, but only in Hong Kong. It's not on the US PSN store for whatever reason, but it's on the Nintendo Switch, which is kind of weird. It's on Steam. Kind of bullshit in my opinion, but again, what can you do? I guess it's a case-by-case basis, but hopefully in the long run, because I know to some extent also just a side note that Sonic Wing, or in America is Aero Fighters, a Neo Geo game, fun, like 90s shooter. No, it came out at May in some region, and then finally in October on the US PSN store, it came out. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what's going on, why the XYZ is happening, but at least it's there. At least now, out is there. Tokyo Clanpool Uncut Edition. It's gonna come out, or you can play it on the GOG with an offsite patch. You can download it as of right now of this recording. There you go. So with that, I'll see you guys later.